Hey guys, it's the Weatherman here, and I'm going to be bringing you a little bit of an in-garage review and some gameplay in kind of a two-part series here of the T29. I know I've showcased this tank in the past, but gosh, it is just a brawler. This tank, I don't know if I want to get rid of it. It's so fun to use, and though some people know how to fight it, most don't, which makes taking on other tanks a breeze, usually. Even when you get into like tier 8, tier 9 matches, I can still fight in there. And that's a big thing when it comes to this tank compared to some of these other tier 7 heavies. It's just a brilliant piece of machinery. But let's get right in here. Uh, my T29 is fully upgraded. I would really recommend this range of this tier 10 radio, because when you get into some of these bigger matches, tier 8, tier 9, and you need to know, okay, where's this tank, because I might want to get around to his side or his rear to get some critical hits or take him down, uh, and force him to try and make a quick shot to possibly bounce my armor or hit my turret. Those kind of moves are going to be easier to make if you can spot him across the if you know where he is across the map. And once you get this thing with the new tracks and the new engine and maybe like clutch braking on your driver, it becomes pretty maneuverable, so you can get placed to point A to point B pretty quickly around in this machine. So you're going to need that radio eventually. These tracks, not that good, 25 degrees per second, and that's why I'm running clutch braking on my driver. I would really recommend that. Sadly, mine's not up to 100% yet, so it's not really working quite right, but you're going to need it. Whether you're going to keep this crew on the T29 or take this crew onto the T32, you're going to need it. This engine, 800 horsepower, pushing 64.5 tons. It's got a little bit of acceleration and will easily get up to that 35 kilometers per hour speed limit. The turrets, oh my, that armor, 279. Good lord, good luck trying to just stop trying to shoot the turret. Just stop. The only weak spot on the turret is this little thing, this little cupola. Guys, it's been patched out. The ears are no longer a weak point. You can shoot and it'll look like a pen mark all day, but you're not going to damage anything. And the lucky thing about this cupola is, gosh, it's a hard target. I mean, look at how skinny that is, and the odds that you're going to possibly shoot low, hit the top of the turret, and bounce off to either side is really likely. Not to mention the fact if you hit this at an angle like this and it hits anywhere off center, there's a good chance that you might just bounce off the cupola. It's a thick little bugger, and you're going to have a lot of trouble with that. I've seen people shoot here on this somewhat flat spot of the turret, but you're going to need upper tier 8 and tier 9 guns to like even resort to shooting here. It's basically useless with tier 7 or tier 6 or anything lighter. I'm going to really recommend, if you're shooting for the front of this tank, to shoot down here in the lower area unless you're really close, because that might be an auto bounce if you're shooting down at it. But of course, at longer ranges, shoot for this side. You're going to have a better chance of possibly hitting down low, getting a shot to enter here on this machine gun port that's going to go through. You're going to have a lot better luck with that. If you're looking for critical hits, it's like a tier 6 when this big boy is on cap. You're going to either want to get to its side and try and shoot through this upper part here so your shot doesn't get absorbed by these massive tracks, or you're going to want to shoot for these little observation ports. I've seen people take out my observation port as their last defense to try and stop my capping. It's a good idea. Also, The side turret, though sometimes it can be bouncy, at 127, you're going to get hits on the gunner. You're going to possibly damage my gun. Or if you're shooting down lower, you're going to hit this turret. And this turret traverse at 26 degrees is not fantastic. So when it's damaged, good golly, good luck trying to crank that turret around manually. This turret weighs a ton. Let's see this. Weight. 9100. Holy moly, that's a big old turret. Uh, if you've got an artillery, either shoot. The top of the turret is relatively weak. If you're getting shots off of a hill down at one of these, though I'd rather recommend that you hit somewhere back on the engine compartment. You can sometimes get solid hits to the top of this turret. The back of the turret, you can sometimes get a hold of an ammo rack, and you can light these guys on fire if you're getting a lot of shots in this rear armor. That rear armor is not fantastic. 51. You're going to get HE shots back there if you're lucky, and it's going to be a great time. I would recommend on this one, if you can get vents, that would be great. Toolbox is always good for these big tracks. You're going to see them get hit a lot. Gun rammer, the reload's okay, but you can always throw it on there. I would not find myself ramming people. Spile liner not needed. Enhanced gun laying drive, that can be useful because you'll find yourself turning and gunning a lot in this thing, and it's really good. I think you could almost use anything on this because it has weaknesses, but gosh, they're just so spread out that you're not gonna have a rough time with anything in particular. This gun mantlet, it's upwards of 600 millimeters of armor. There is no gun in the game with gold shells that should be going through this gun mantlet. Just give up if you try. This gun is rolling 198 pen. This is the 105, of course. 198 pen, 320 damage, with regular AP shells, which is really good for tier 7, but this is also the top gun on the T32. At that point, you're probably going to have to start carrying more composite rigid, blah 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 blah, yeah, that stuff. Gold ammo, and possibly some HE, but I really don't use a lot of anything else but armor piercing in this bad boy. It is just a beast. I'm gonna recommend you, if you're like me and you're just a standard account user but you go pretty hard, I recommend a small repair kit, because as you saw in that last match, my ammo rack got, as you're going to see in the match that I'm going to showcase with this, I got hit in the ammo rack, and it's good to have that laying around, because 15-second or higher reload with only 300 damage is going to get pretty rough. Repair kit, you're going to get your driver hit a lot if they're shooting for your frontal armor. Even though you're going to get a lot of bounces, you're still going to get hit. Don't ever use your health kit on healing your radio operator, because he's the man that sits behind this little machine gun port, and he's going to get hurt a lot. He's useless. You're not going to need a fire extinguisher much, but with only 1250 HP, a good solid fire will basically take you out of the match. So it's nice to have one of those sitting around. When it comes to research on this bad boy, the first thing I recommend doing, I came through the E2, which I loved that tank. I had saved up 1400 free experience and went straight to the 90 mil, which was a good gun. It was good for brawling in this thing. I'm not sure if you need I don't know if you need the tracks or not for the 105, but if you do, maybe look that up on the wiki. I don't have that at the moment, but if you do get the tracks, get the gun, get the second engine, turret, third engine, radio, T32, which I am at 81,000 on my way to the T32. just a beautiful tank. I would recommend anybody who can get a hold of one of these to try this baby out. I think this is going to be the best tank until the T29. Honestly, I love this tank. So I can't wait to move on through the line to make sure that I'm not completely wrong on that assumption. But you're gonna love this tank. You're gonna love this gun depression. You're just gonna love this gun. What is there not to love about the T29? So, like I mentioned before, we got some gameplay to come with this little in-garage loadout kind of thing going on here. So we're gonna skip right ahead to that match. Well, here is this gameplay that I'm going to be calling Holding Down the Fort, and you guys are gonna see why. I'll speed it up here. It was a little match on Himmelsdorf here, playing with my friend Furious Abyss. He got his name changed, so it's kind of weird. He was in his Jad Panther, and I was in my mighty T29, as this video is all about. So, let me slow her down just a little bit. Not even worth taking a shot at that VK. But we're going to keep moving up here. There's a good hit on the T25/2. Seeing a little bit of game lag here. I was having trouble with it. Critical hit on the T43 stops his cap. That's good. We lost the hill already, but we're not really worrying about that too much. Well, everybody's off cap, so I guess it's my turn to go hold down the fort. Furious Abyss picking up 2 kills. He's doing a solid job for the team. It is a little annoying. T34, I don't even know what he's doing. There's a big hit. 303, how you doing, son? Back off, come back, fight me when you're in a bigger tank. I don't feel good about killing tiny tanks like that. It's not very nice. No, buddy. Oh, sorry, you asked for that. He did ask for that. Speed it up a little bit here. Here's this KV1. What are you doing, dude? 14 HP. Ugh. Come on. Terrible. Well, I figured if our IS is going to look that way, I'll turn around and look the other way. Sound good? Yeah, sounds good. Wait here for a while. I'm like, Furious, hold the backside for us, will ya? Yeah, he died. But he still did a good job. T43, what are you doing, buddy? He managed to damage my track, so I lost all of my cap points, and the T20 struck my ammo rack, so that was not good. But I repaired that, and I'm back up working again. I want this T20 to come out and fight me like a man. But, yeah, he's not really feeling like it, I guess. I dinged the KV1 somehow. I don't even know. T20 thought he was cool. He popped out and he died. So, we've only got 3 tanks to their 4. But 2 of them are tier 5s. And, yeah, it's just, no. How you doing, SU? See you, buddy. Try again some other time. Gosh, this thing can just keep a place under control. T29, it's a brilliant tank. Finally get to finish my KV1 off. And that other one is going to take a long time to drive over here. And we're just going to cap it out. And I picked him off at the end too, just for the fun of it. So that is a game that displays the power of the T29. here's my stats. See you guys next time.